I'm back. Sorry, that sounded really creeperish. It's back to the normal intro thingy-majig. Hi guys, I'm not Jude. My name's not Jude, but today I will be bringing you an album review. Preferably speaking, Blessthefall's new album, Hollow Bodies, which is their 4th studio album, but their 3rd album with Bobokin. And the album release date is August 20th. And they're signed to Fearless Records, and they are a hardcore band from Arizona. The track listing will be down below in the description if you have not seen the track listing yet. And this is the first album with guest vocalists, and quite a lot of guest vocalists, which are kind of an interesting variety of guest vocalists they have on this album, which I'm kind of digging. So let me get into it. The first track on this album is Exodus, which I definitely think was a good choice for a first track. It's really good. It really gets you right in. It's very heavy. It's got like this really nice instrumental part in the very beginning, and I think it really helps you get into the song musically a lot. The second song is You Are a Crown But You're No King, which is the first single the band released from the album, like the first song you ever get to hear. And I freaking loved this song from listening to it. I really love the drums in the beginning. It starts with these really cool gang vocals that say, "Watch your empire fall," and then it just crashes in with some nice heavy guitars. I love that part at the beginning with the gang vocals. It really gets you in. The song's mostly screams. The screams are awesome. They're brutal. They're really harsh. The lyrics are really in your face as well as the screams, and just basically the whole song together. I really like the lyrics. They're really well written. And this is a really good start to a band's first single. Hollowed Bodies is this self-titled track, and this was a pretty decent song. I like how the guitars faded in at first and then crashed right in with the drums. The clean vocals are really catchy and bring you right into the song, so I can see why it would be the self-titled track, because it's got some pretty catchy melodic vocals on it. Buried in These Walls is one of the slowest songs on the album. It's meant to, I think, relax you from all the brutalness, so I think this just takes you on like a slow, chiller side of thing. The focal point in this song is Bo's clean vocals, and the instruments are very simple, quiet. They're not too drastic. They're just kind of in there just to add like some softness, but the real focal point is Bo's vocals, and his range in this song is pretty good. See You on the Outside is probably my favorite song on this whole album. I love the guitar riff. It's got this really cool groove that just catches you right in. I really like the little guitar breakdown with the scream in this song as well. And Bo's vocals are very strong, and they have a lot of emotion in them. I really love the piano during the instrumental, and it adds a lot of impact to this really cool dynamic thing. I thought the piano added in was great. Youngbloods is one of the first tastes of that you get from a guest vocalist spot, and this guest vocalist is Jesse Barnett from Stick to Your Guns, which is another kind of hardcore band. I've never really listened to Stick to Your Guns before, but listening to this song, I loved it. The screams, again, are very brutal, in your face, amazing screams. Really love the "just a bitch," and then it goes right into the breakdown. I just thought that was so cool. They scream, "just a bitch," and it's like, doon, 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 and it's like, it sounds so freaking epic. I don't know why. It's got like this cool little short breakdown. I really loved the gang vocals and the screams kind of together. They were both playing the same time, and the clean vocals sounded amazing. The clean vocals and kind of the screams and gang vocals were switching back and forth in this song. Jesse's part is very noticed in this song, and I think he does a great job with the other screamer in Blessthefall. The next song, which is another one of my favorites on this album, is Standing on the Ashes. I really love the lyrics. They really hit home for me, and I love the catchiness in the clean vocals. The guitars are really heavy, and again, you get those gang vocals with the screams, and they make the whole song just sound really epic. The whole song just sounds like one big, epically cool thing. Another guest vocalist spot on this album is Jake Lurs from August Burns Red, which is a band that's pretty well known in more of the metal scene. The song's called Carry On, and Jake had a huge part in this song and a really big impact. I think he did really well. His screams were super prominent, and this was another really in-your-face song that had like a lot of emotion in it. The last song on this album was another guest vocalist part, which is Lights, which if you did not know is Bo's wife. And the song's called Open Water, which is the closer for this album. Lights' vocals actually complement really well with Bo's. I think they sound really great harmonizing together. Instrumentally, there's nothing heavy about this song at all, and nothing that really stands out to me as being something really cool or well done instrumentally. Although there is a really nice violin part towards the end that I think goes great with the emotion lyric-wise and the emotion of how Lights and Bo are singing. I don't think this should have been the closer on the album because you have all these really heavy tracks and then at the end you just decide to take it to this really slow kind of love ballad thing. It's just a little weird just to have this be the closer for the album, but it's not bad. Overall, I think this album is a big improvement from their last release, Awakening. I wasn't a big fan of that album really at all because it sounded like Witness too much for me. As much as I loved Witness, I just thought Awakening was a little bit of a disappointment. In my opinion, the guitars have gotten a lot better on this album. They were definitely noticed as being a step up, really heavy, and they were very consistent throughout the whole album. The screams played a really huge part in this album, I think more than the other albums did. And they were very brutal, and I think they were really well done as well. The guest vocalists on this album had some really decent parts, and they added impact in their own way in each song. I kind of give Blessthefall credit for that because you had Sleeping with Sirens with a ton of guest vocalists on their albums, but they didn't really add so much of an impact as on this album when they had 3 guest vocalist spots. The only thing I really have to complain about this album was the breakdowns at times were kind of generic. I did think they placed the breakdowns though at the right timings in the songs, but again it's just it wasn't anything special but a generic breakdown in my personal opinion. Vocally, Bo stick to the same range as he usually does, and he doesn't really try to expand it really at all on this album. His vocals were still well done, but I wish he could have just added more to it. I think there's really so much Bo can do vocal-wise, but again, his vocals weren't that bad on this album. They were pretty well done as well. Overall, the album was pretty good. Instrumentally, guitar-wise, that's what I really loved about this album. It was so in-your-face, brutal. Definitely check it out. I have to give this album probably an 8.5 out of 10 for my rating. Subscribe. Stay tuned for more reviews. I'm a cool kid with a cat shirt. What up? I'm so weird right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna go, guys. Peace out. I'm not angry anymore, well, sometimes I am. I don't think badly of you, well, sometimes I do.